Hello guys, trying something a bit different tonight. It's actually pre-game right now, it's about 7:30. I'm not in the press box, I'm in my season ticket tonight and I've arrived a little bit early, so I thought I'd do a little pre-match bit for the video and drop that in. And then you can all laugh about how wrong my kind of predictions and thoughts were in the cold light of day. Now, there's a couple of things about this starting lineup I'm excited by. It's quite a few changes in there. I'm really intrigued to see Miles Lewis-Skelly at left back. I think he's done well pretty much on every opportunity he's been given since pre-season, and I think he deserves this. It's obviously an area where we've had injuries and issues, and I think for me it comes down to the fact that I would rather see Miles given a chance there than Kieran Tierney. I know Kieran Tierney's got more experience, but for me Miles represents a big part of our future in a way that Tierney just does not at this point in time. So glad to see him get the start, hope he gets on well. It will be a test, you know, playing him and Kiwior on the same side of the defence, so big test for him tonight. Let's hope he comes through it. I'm also really keen to see how the midfield three of Rice, Marino and Odegaard get on. I think ostensibly that is our best midfield three. It was certainly the plan A when Marino was bought. Obviously Odegaard's injury and Marino's injuries inhibited that. It was plan A when Rice was bought, frankly. I mean, he was bought with the idea that he would primarily play in that number 6 role. That isn't really what's come to pass for a number of different reasons. Kai Havertz reverting to playing centre forward, Thomas Partey managing to stay fit, the form of Jorginho in the second half of last season, lots of reasons. But it's interesting, I think, that Arteta's made that change now, given it a go now. I think if it goes well, we might see a fair bit of it over the coming weeks. And a big night for Gabriel Jesus. I mean, he's probably the player that I imagine most fans aren't particularly excited about seeing play, but we've got to start getting something out of him, wringing something out of him. We need him, and I hope tonight can be a turning point for him. Not particularly optimistic it'll go that way, but let's see. I'll speak to you after the game and we'll find out. Right, enjoy it guys, bye-bye. Hello guys, full time, Arsenal 3, Monaco 0. Really good result, leaves Arsenal in a really strong position regarding that top 8 that's required in the Champions League. Funny old game in some respects, in that we should have been out of sight by about half time, and yet there were moments in the second half where it felt quite tense, felt like Monaco gave us a real game, and then it ends 3-0 and you're sort of back to where you were at half time thinking, oh yeah, we absolutely rolled them over. Listen, on the balance of chances created in the game, we absolutely deserved this. It should have been done by the half-time whistle, as I say. Let's talk about the goals when they did come. I loved Bukayo Saka's opener. Really great play from Miles Lewis-Skelly. You know, holding off his man, finding that through ball for Gabriel Jesus, who in his best moment of the night produced a brilliant cross for Saka at the back post. And listen, Saka at the back post, just like it was at Fulham, unfortunately, with the disallowed goal that time. He needs to be getting in those positions. We need to be getting him in those positions more regularly. Do you know what that Bukayo Saka goal was? It was a Raheem Sterling goal. It was a Raheem Sterling goal, a tap in at the far post. Man City made countless of those chances for Sterling over the years. We should be doing the same for Saka, and I think the fact that we did tonight shows that there's a little bit more about that left-hand side. I spoke about Lewis-Skelly before the game, thought he was really good. I feel like every time he plays, you see 2 or 3 of those passes between the lines. And I think he added a fluency to our left-hand side tonight. Mikel Merino as well, I think was good in that respect. He made that kind of Granit Xhaka run, you know, that sort of diagonal run into the penalty area, almost on the overlap at times, and I think we've missed that. I remember when Kai Havertz first came into the team, he was asked to do a bit of that. Obviously Declan Rice is a really, really different player. So yeah, I thought we looked more balanced. I mean, look, our goal came down the left-hand side, our opening goal. I feel like you can't say that too often. We had a host of other chances in the first half. Mainly they fell to Gabriel Jesus. He couldn't take them. A bit of frustration in the ground, but the players showed some loyalty, some faith when Saka put the ball in the net. Half of them ran to him, half of them ran to Lewis-Skelly. Second half, Monaco had their moments. Like I say, moments is wrong. They had spells. They had spells of possession. They've got some really nice players. You know, I think the Russian playmaker, is it Golovin? Is it? He's a top player. Arsene Wenger would buy him in an instant. If he was still managing Arsenal, he would be an Arsenal player in January. Very silky on the ball, one of those sort of classic number 10s in some respects. But in the end, we made the changes. We finished with a very mature senior team. Timber came on, Jorginho came on, Kai Havertz came on, you know, Trossard came on, and Saka got the second goal. Havertz closed down really well. A bit of freshness goes a long way. Coming on as a substitute, closing down the keeper. Saka finishes well. I'm pleased to see him among the goals. You know, we talked about his assist record. Is he going to get the assist record? I've got my eye on his goal scoring. Can he get to, I don't know, you know, between 50 to 20 goals this season? I think that's what he should be aiming for. And the goals are starting to come from him now, which is great. I think he might have thought he might have had a hat-trick, you know, when the ball dropped to him on the edge of the 6-yard box and he plays it across goal. I think he's looking for that hat-trick goal. Kai Havertz gets a toe on it. I think it might go down as an own goal ultimately. Kai was very keen to claim it, but big old deflection from the defender, might be an own goal. We'll see. So reflections on the game, as I say, very good result. Able to rotate a bit, keep some players a little bit fresher for Everton at the weekend, which feels a big game. Slightly strange atmosphere tonight. I think there's so many games at the moment, and I do think Saturday feels a bigger game than this one, partly because of this new Champions League format where nobody quite seems to know what's at stake. And I think that did impact the atmosphere a bit. I saw Martin Odegaard kind of waving at the fans, Leandro Trossard doing the same thing, trying to G them up, but it was a little bit flat. I think it'll be roaring again for Everton's visit on Saturday, but let's see. Lewis Skelly I thought was really good. It's interesting, isn't it? He's playing left back. It's almost going to become like the new Zinchenko in every respect. People are going to start asking, when are we going to see him midfield, like they do about Zinchenko? And maybe we never will. I do think it does suit him, that left back role. Yes, there are things he has to learn defensively. Yes, there are sort of demands on him positionally that he's not used to. What I would say is, as a ball-playing midfield player, someone who likes to play those passes between the lines, actually, in some respects, playing at the back is easier. You know, because the whole game is in front of him. And I think people say, oh, it's a big test from his coming in defence. Well, yeah, off the ball, that's true. But this is an Arsenal side that, by and large, has most of the ball. And he's seeing the game all in front of him. He's seeing all those lanes, and he can pick those passes. For a player who spent most of his game in holding midfield, you know, or as a box-to-box midfielder, having to play a 360 game, I actually think playing in that this left-back role for now is simplifying things for him. Speaking of simplifying things for people, I wonder how much Declan Rice enjoyed his run out at number 6 tonight. I think around Declan, there's a bit of a kind of slight feel of Steven Gerrard at times, in that he wants to do everything. And I think if I was Mikel Arteta, if I was the coaching staff at Arsenal, I would really be trying to sell him on this number 6 role. And I'd be saying, come and get the ball off the centre-backs. Start everything off. Be the conduit. Be the guy everything goes through. It might mean you're not playing the final pass or scoring as many goals or turning up in the opposition box quite as often. I think he still will, time to time. But I think he's so good defensively. He's absolutely elite as a defensive midfield player. And I think if he sort of simplifies his game a bit, he can thrive in that position. I thought Mikel Merino was good tonight. I thought Martin Odegaard was great. Should have scored in the first half when he ran through, but otherwise really good. Will Gabriel Jesus ever score again? I don't know. It was a better night for him all round. We didn't even see Raheem Sterling. I mean, I don't know what to say about that at this point in time. Glad to see Ethan Ranieri. Anyhow, I'll leave it there. Yeah. Let me know if you enjoyed a bit of the pre-match thoughts. Was I right? Was I wrong? Was it interesting? Was it not? I'm going to leave it there for now, guys, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.